Well, hello and welcome to Outdoor Oklahoma. I've just been browsing the Wildlife Department's Game Warden Facebook page, and really it seems that social media has become an integral part of our everyday lives, and really it's because it's just so accessible. Whether you're sitting at your office desk or you're in a boat or a tree stand, you have social media available at your fingertips. And it was recently that our game wardens realized the potential that Facebook in particular had for their efforts as well. And I think our Chief of Law Enforcement Division, Bill Hale, is actually at his office down the hall. And I'm going to go see if I can catch up with him and visit more about the Game Warden's Facebook page. The Oklahoma Game Warden is easily the most widely recognized Wildlife Department employee. They make up the largest division in the department with over 100 wardens stationed throughout the state. However, the job does present its own challenges. A single warden may have hundreds of square miles he's responsible for, and the vast majority of the time, they work alone. Therefore, it's impossible for them to be everywhere and see everything at once. Many times, game wardens follow up on investigations based on tips they receive from the public, either directly or through the Operation Game Thief hotline. But with the adoption of social media a couple years ago, especially Facebook, that began to change for game wardens. Hi, Bill.
How you doing today, Todd?
I'm great. You know, I was just down in my office down there looking at the Game Warden's Facebook page this morning, and I'm always impressed with what great information is shared on that page. Did you all ever really think that it would be that successful that quick?
We thought it would be a neat deal. We never dreamed that it would have so many likes or have such a following. Everybody seems to just love to find out what we're doing each day or what's going on.
Well, it's one of the first things I do every morning. Hey, your game wardens use that page as a tool. So how did that actually come about?
At first, it was going to be used as a tool for us to get to the public what we normally do. You know, the everyday jobs of a game warden. As it evolved, there was some cases that came up that we didn't have any other leads to run down, so we put some of those on there. And now it's a tool that we use to get information to the public, but we also get information from the public. They see a case on there. If they have any information on it, they'll give us a call. Sometimes it's the one thing we needed to make the case.
Other states around us had already had successful Facebook pages where they were using it to promote themselves, helping them solve unsolved cases.
We had a case come up where 2 deer were shot and found without their heads.
The local wardens kind of run out of leads. They had some suspects, but nothing really concrete that would aid them in prosecuting the case.
Game wardens sent me the information, said, hey, can you get that out there, see if we can get any response? The response was overwhelming.
And within 2 weeks, that case was pretty much solved. We found the offenders, we located, we knew who they were through Facebook. Once this story was shared, it went viral.
Within a 2-week time frame, we had almost 600,000 views and over 1,000 shares. And 2 weeks from the day that we posted the post, it was solved, the case was solved. And that case would not have been made without the use of social media and the wide sharing that we received and the great outpouring of response.
When the post about the headless deer took off, we realized the sky was the limit on this page.
You know, Bill, how did the public react to that headless deer case?
There was a great response to that case. The number of views and comments were unbelievable. And that's one of the good things about it is I can go back on any of those posts and look at the comments. For instance, look at one of these recent posts. Here's one on an accident that some of the wardens assisted with in southeast Oklahoma. It's reached 135,000 people and it's had 626 shares. You can read down for 100 or 150 comments that they made on the subject.
Wow, that's awesome.
In the beginning, the public's response to our Game Warden Facebook page was overwhelming. We took off like gangbusters and literally had thousands upon thousands of likes in the first month, and it's just kept going from there.
Another post specifically last August, doveweed is one that I posted about a case where some dove hunters started season early and were hunting out of marijuana blinds. I mean, that post had almost 500,000 likes and follows, and you know, posts like that is what makes us realize, you know, there's a lot more people watching what we do and that care about what we do, and that's what I think makes this page special.
We've even had people that we catch, hey, are we going to be on the Facebook page? Well, we can arrange that.
You know, Bill, I've noticed that your page has also gained the attention of a lot of news reporters around the state.
Yep, they watch the page pretty frequently, and they'll call us when they're interested in any of the stories that they see on there in different posts. In fact, Lacey Lowry with News 9 here in Oklahoma City has done several stories.
The page is so important for a reporter like me because it's immediate and it lets us jump on a story as it's happening, rather than a lot of times with game wardens in the past, I didn't hear about certain stories for weeks and then there wasn't a picture to go along with the story. So now we get to see what they're doing in the field in the moment and jump on a story when it actually has some traction already online and bring it onto Channel 9 to show our viewers on television. So it you get to jump on it at the right time and expand that audience.
We have always benefited from the public giving us information, but normally it was via word of mouth or a phone call or the first time that they saw us, which may not be for a while because there's so few of us. But now we have instant access to the public. If we need help, if they need our help, they can message us. We can send out a post and get that response very quickly. And that is such a great tool for us in these days.
This page also lets us gauge the interest on a certain story. If people are already liking it, sharing it, commenting about it, sharing their own stories in the comment section, then that shows us the 27,000 people that like that page. We'll expand that times 5 or 6, and that's your TV audience, and you'll get even more interest. So if interest is already being shown on the page for a certain story or a certain post, then we know it's going to have traction on Channel 9 as well.
My favorite posts are the ones that show the hard work and dedication of our wardens across the state of Oklahoma when they are out there, they're away from their families, they're doing their job just like they always do, and they score a good victory for the wildlife and the sportsmen of Oklahoma.
So Bill, what are some other types of posts that the wardens use the page for besides just the posts about busting someone?
Any kind of post you could imagine. We have posts on there where we interact with sportsmen in the field. We have posts where we help stranded motorists or motorists that have had accidents. We have posts at public schools or at different groups where we're doing educational programs. Anything that the guys that work on the Facebook page would think it would help us to get out to the public, to let us know what we do, that's the kind of post we're looking for.
Anything that the public likes, I like myself. And you look for that special picture or special situation, whether it be a little kid with his first big fish or, you know, an illegal dumping case that looks horrible. You know, we want the people to know what's going on out there, and that is the whole point of this page. It's not just to make cases, it's not just to get information out. We want people to know what we do.
I think it's great, and it kind of goes along with the way our society is today, which is show me now, tell me now. And that's what these posts on the Game Wardens page are so beneficial with, is here's a picture of a poached animal or poachers that we just caught, and here's all the information that goes along with it. So I think it's fabulous, and it's immediate, which is what people want.
My favorite kind of post is anything to do with the youth and the outdoors, because that's our future. Getting the kids out there, showing the public that we are a true public servant and helping the kids, whether it be fishing clinics, whether it be shotgun training education programs, whether it just be something to do within our community. We are truly public servants, and we're here to serve the public. And to me, the kids are where it's at. You know, they're the future of wildlife conservation, and that's what I like posting about. Seeing those posts, seeing the reactions of kids, and and the families and everything is just superb to me.
Fishing, hunting, wildlife, the outdoors, that's so much a part of Oklahoma's culture. And that's literally what game wardens are dealing with every single day, day in, day out. Yes, they do the poaching thing, and a lot of us think that's the only thing that they do, but there's about so much more than that. Whether it's hunter education courses, or fishing with children events, or hey, look at this, we found this baby owl on the side of the road and we've rescued it. You name the story, and it just piques our curiosity because it's already about things that we love, and it's behind the scenes on a job that many of us may have had some misconceptions about or thought it was only limited to busting bad guys. And the fact of the matter is they do more on the positive side and community outreach and and engaging with young hunters, young fisher, young outdoorsmen. So there's so much more to game wardens, and this page has really opened our eyes to that.
I would like to thank all of our followers for everything you've done to support us and show us that wildlife conservation and wildlife management is important to you. And we want to continue to thank you and share our message, share our page, share all our posts, help us out because you have done a fabulous job so far. Thank you.
Viewers always seem to love stories that we do, either with the Department of Wildlife or specifically with game wardens on stories that we found from their page, because it also gives them a platform to share their own stories. There's a lot of outdoor stories here in Oklahoma, and whether it was, you know, I thought I noticed a fish kill on some ponds on my property, or, you know what, we rescued 7 baby fawns the other day and we can't figure out what the deal is. It just provides a platform that people love to engage in, especially Oklahomans who are outdoorsmen by nature, it seems. So it's always been positive as far as the feedback on these stories, and kind of gives some people who may have no idea about the outdoors or hunting, fishing, whatever's not their thing, and it gives them a snapshot of, wow, they're doing some really cool things with the game wardens, and especially if I go check out that page, I can learn about them on a daily basis.
If you're not following our page right now, you definitely should.
Well, Bill, I know you've got to be really pleased with how successful this game warden Facebook page has become.
Oh, it's unbelievable. I would have never dreamed it would have turned into this. The guys do such a good job developing the post and scanning the state for more material, and the other wardens getting material to them. Said I couldn't be more happy with how it's done.
I would encourage everyone to go, if you're on Facebook, to go on to Facebook.com/Oklahoma Game Warden and follow our page, and you won't be disappointed.